You know the way. You know the way we rock. You know the way. You know the way we move. You know the way. You know the way we play. Do it the play away. Do it the play away. You know the way. You know the way we rock. You know the way. You know the way we move. You know the way. You know the way we play. Do it the play away. Do it the play away. Every day I'm hustling like Rick Ross. Looking at the big picture, trying to be a big ball. Niggas on food gaze, and swear to God that big flaw. We can't
So
buy this
Craig,
shit they selling, can't get ripped down. Trying to get a big bag, I mentioned that in the last song. She got a big ass, but need more than that to get put on. The lockdown got me locked in, I cashed out, then I cashed in. Gotta get it up, gotta
yeah, we
stack
just
it.
hanging in
It's
here
all
waiting
making
on
it
a
like
couple
that.
more people to
Fuck
come
around,
in.
got a son, ain't word,
Let
never
y'all
get it
listen
right
to
back.
Whole
It's
Reason
that
for
way. She
this
like
thing
that,
for
if
a
you
minute.
understood, I can't wife
Get a
that.
couple more people in. We're gonna get started.
Boy, I'm a big stepper. Let me sprinkle my flavor. Take a little black pepper. You know the way we rock. You know the way. You know the way we move. You know the way. You know the way we play. Do it the play away. Do it the play away. You know the way. You know the way we rock. You know the way. You know the way we move. You know the way. You know the way we play. Do it the play away. Yeah, I play the game with a hell of a hand. Shout it low on the man. Goddamn, I'm just too free. Trying to hate, but I'm just too blessed. I ain't lying, can't stop my shine. Can't be stressed, got no time. Grind hard than a motherfucker. I confess that shit like us. I'm an OG nigga, Prince of Cuts, I'm a goatee nigga. Got them bitches on deck, I ain't tryna flex, man, I just know me nigga. Pull a nigga up, won't switch up, got money on deck, tryna live it up. If you hating, then you might as well
Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another edition of In the Mirror. I'm your boy Jimmy Jam with my co-host, aka Coco. We got some very special guests in the building with us today. We're gonna do something different. Y'all probably never seen us in this mode right here. We got KHS in here representing to the fullest. This is Kendrick High School all the way live today, y'all. So we got my girl Bridget and we got Tanya Deshawn. So we gonna get started with how y'all week was. I don't want to just jump right in. How everybody doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Yeah,
Making it
okay.
work.
Yeah, all right
Making
then.
it happen.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we're gonna get started with part two of Red Flag. You know, last week we did the part one. This week we come back with a part two with a special spin on it, the women's edition.
Hello.
So y'all
Let's
probably
do
won't
it.
see me in the camera, but you'll hear me.
We're gonna be off in the cut, people. We're gonna be off in the cut.
But we gonna let them get started. We'll turn it over to Coco and hey, let it go.
All right, all right. This is your girl Coco here today for Red Flags Part 2, Women's Edition. Again, we have two Kendrick High School alumni. We have Miss Bridget, we have Miss Tanya, and we're about to get it in today. Okay. So last week we started with red flags, and I kind of put my little spin on it, how I feel like red flags is almost like a hard stop. And then we got into how many red flags you can collect, because truthfully, we collect a lot of red flags before we turn, before we make any decisions about a situation we're trying to be in. So we're going to start out today with getting Bridget and Tanya's background on what they have going on, their relationship status, and what they've been going through with relationships these days. So either one of you can take the mic. Whoever wants to go first, let's do it.
Well, I came from a 21-year marriage. And so I've been divorced for 2 years. And I found that the dating scene is a lot different than it was
Yes, it is.
more than 20 years ago. Um, so, yeah, when we talk about red flags, I have collected a lot
Seen
of
'em?
red flags. But now I can identify those red flags. And, if they pink, I'm turning around.
All
I
right,
don't
all
let 'em
right.
get
I hear
red.
you. I hear that. I
Mhm.
hear that. What about you, Tanya?
Um, so I've been married twice,
Okay.
right? This last one, been divorced for 3.5 years. still single.
Okay. All right.
I said I'm still single. But as far as dating, um, I don't know. I don't. It's like when you heal, you're really particular.
Mm-hmm.
You're real picky about who you want in your energy because
Absolutely.
everybody ain't meant to be in your energy,
Mm-mm.
right? Also, I have a YouTube channel that's Tanya Deshawn 77, where I'll have this on here too as well. But yeah.
All right. Great. So since we are on red flags, considering your 3.5 years you've been single and you coming out of your 20+ year marriage, tell us something that you've noticed has been a big red flag for you. That's been maybe a hard stop where you're just like, absolutely not. This is something I will not deal with when I see this red flag.
Well, I would say that these days, just like Bridget said, the guys these days are different,
Absolutely, they
right?
are.
I guess is it good to say that we're from the old school?
Yeah.
Well, we don't chase, we
The
attract.
old ancient school.
Okay. We
All
don't
right.
chase, we attract. But these guys today want you to chase them.
Absolutely. They
Like
do.
they're more in their feminine energy than we are.
Mhm.
And and it's not just like age, it's like older ones too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Age does not matter.
And it's like a lot of them, there is no it's like you're just there. No type of okay, where are we going? Or, it's kind of like today is the day, we're in today, and that's it.
Mm.
And it's like when you maybe mention, hey, what are your intentions? It's like, boom.
They don't have any.
Mm.
Yeah, because I really think social media has a lot to
Yep.
do with how men think these days.
Absolutely.
They don't know how to think for themselves. You know what I mean? They watch
Hmm.
everything on social media and they, oh yeah, you know what? That's right. Why am I paying for dinner if I'm not getting so and so and so and so? It's a lot of content out there that really makes them think that it's okay to be a certain type of way towards
Yeah.
women, but not realizing that the woman that you want is not going to go for that.
But also, I think women have some accountability with
Yeah.
that as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
They're allowing
You hit them
that
guns
to
on that.
They're
Hit them
definitely
guns on
allowed.
that.
They are definitely
They're
allowed. We
allowing
can't
hit
put
them
it all
guns
on
on that.
men. We can't put it all on men.
I know some women that they don't like being alone, and so
Mhm.
with not being
They'll deal
alone,
with
they will
whatever, right?
whatever
Mhm.
whatever's thrown
Mhm.
at them, and so if you have someone that has been used to getting that, they're
Yeah.
gonna think, hey, let me
It's
see
going to
if
be
the
hard
next
for them
one
to
will
get
do
out
it.
of it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. They're gonna see if they can keep doing it. And no, it doesn't matter what type of woman they think you are. They can because for me, I think men see even the riffraff, they see the value in a woman.
Yeah.
They do see the value in a woman. But if they're used to certain things, they're gonna try you the same way they try the
Mhm.
riffraff that's just like them. But we are the woman that they want
Mhm.
at the end of the day. But they have to realize where you're not going to be able to deal with us the same way you deal with the riffraff you used to. They have to change it up, and they don't know how to do that.
So let me ask y'all something. So, at what point is it a woman's, like, say, accountability to where she has to change up?
I think once she realizes how often
Because I
she
know,
runs into these men and deals with these type of men, because at some point you got to stop. You got to stop dating. At some point you have to
And
stop
possibly have to
dating
heal
and work
yourself.
on yourself.
right, it
Right.
takes some time
You do.
between
Mhm.
relationships before you
Right,
get
you do.
into other relationships.
You
with
have
other
to
people.
stop dating.
Because a
Right.
lot of times we attract the same person over and
Yes,
over
we do.
again,
Absolutely.
Different
because
body.
of what you're putting out there. You
Mhm.
have some men that look for someone that is vulnerable. They know that they're coming out of a bad relationship.
Mhm.
Their vulnerability is like kind of a way for them to like almost take advantage of that
Mm.
person.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Absolutely. I
Mhm.
agree.
If I could put a spin on that, when we're talking about red flags, we're talking about men, but the the spin on it is we have the red flags as well.
Mhm.
And we
Absolutely.
don't look at that,
Yeah,
right?
we don't take our own accountability.
Right.
Absolutely. And at some point, women have to realize sometimes they're the problem.
Right.
And when
And
you
until
say
they
that,
recognize the fact that they're
absolutely.
the problem,
Mhm.
they're not going to change their way of dating and their
Correct.
way of thinking and thinking they could. I think one real big thing on women is thinking we can change a man.
Mhm.
And once we realize we can't change a man,
Right.
that's when our whole thought process changes. But that comes with healing as
I was
well,
gonna
Right.
say,
maturity
yeah,
Yeah.
and healing.
that
You
healing
know, that's
process,
the
you're able to self-evaluate, look at
absolutely.
yourself and say, okay, this is happening to me over and over again. Am I the problem? Am I part of the
You
problem?
have to be able to
So
tell
yeah,
that, and a
once you
lot of women,
identify that,
yeah,
then
they don't
yeah,
see
you
that.
need to go and
Yeah,
possibly change what you're doing.
that's right.
So
That's
basically, the red flags are y'all fault.
that now you know that's not what we're saying.
Sometimes.
But men can see red flags in us
Correct.
the same as we can see the red flags in them. So we did kind of get off of the actual red flag. So give me an idea of a red flag that you've run into since you've been single that tells you there's no way I can go past this. I'm not going to move forward with this.
No accountability. When a man is always blaming the other
The woman.
person,
Mhm,
yeah, the other person, the woman,
mhm.
it's all her fault, or um, yeah, like no accountability whatsoever.
So how long does it take for us to realize a man is not holding himself accountable for that? Because I would think that we would be in the relationship by the time we realize accountability is
Not
the issue, right?
necessarily. No. I think that comes with the woman herself. So if the woman herself holds herself accountable,
Mhm,
she can
mhm,
recognize it in another person that,
that
or
does it.
yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
So um
I agree with that. I
When you
agree with
talk
that.
about accountability, I agree with that. It could be something as simple as consistency.
mhm,
Mhm,
If you have someone that is consistently showing you attention,
mhm,
letting you know that, yeah, I'm here, I'm interested, that's great. But then when you have inconsistency come in, you don't hear for them,
mhm.
a couple of days, but you don't want to be I guess, the aggressive one.
Right.
Because we talk about from the old school,
Mhm,
but it's like, yeah, if you're so busy, or you're so into me today, but
mhm,
then tomorrow and the next day you don't hear anything,
mhm.
and it's like there is no explanation, or I would, my job or nothing. It's
that is
just they pick up where they left off and they expect for it to be okay.
that is their explanation right there. Like
Mhm.
they showing you, and a lot
Mhm.
of times we just don't want to believe it
Correct.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're looking. Women tend to look at men and idealize what they could be, the
Correct.
potential
The
that we
potential.
see.
Right.
Mhm.
So when we look at men, we see the red flags, but we also see the potential, and we're
Right.
nurturing,
Correct.
right?
Absolutely.
So we automatically be like, I can change him.
Mhm.
I can show him what he's missing, right? And
And that's where the fantasy comes in
that's where
because that's
And it's
not
not so
true.
much like you're trying to change them, but you're trying to show them that I'm down for you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Mhm,
be
You're
here.
trying to
I'm
help them
gonna
level up a
mhm.
little bit.
yeah,
Because again, they don't realize by the time we want to see them, want to spend time with them, we're sitting back waiting on them to ask us out and things like that. We've chosen them.
Mhm.
And for them, they have to choose us
Yeah.
because it's going to determine how they're going to treat us at the
Right.
end of the day. If you don't choose us, then you're not going to show us that consistency. You're not going to take us out. You're not going to invest in us. You're not going to do any of that. And if they're again, they could be used to that in certain situations to where women may not care. They still kind of chase them and things like that. So, I mean, in the times that y'all have been single so far, I'm sure you kind of had that feeling where men have sat back, they pull back purposely
Mhm.
to see if you're going to chase them,
Mhm.
Mhm.
to see if you're going to be the one to reach out because they really feel like it goes both ways. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they're waiting to see what you're going to do. And for me, I can't.
So let
No,
me ask
I,
all
I
of you
don't.
guys
I can't
something,
do that.
since all of you guys are divorcees. So in your past relationships, do you see the red flags you collected before
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You always go back to past
Yes.
relationships and determine
Right.
that. Same thing with me. And when you ask me, and well, what happened with your last relationship? And they tell you all this stuff that went wrong. Okay, but did you see those red flags
So do you
early
believe
on in a
that?
relationship? They'll
it's-
say, yeah.
So do you believe that a guy can pretty much paint a picture to be someone that he's not, and you can go years
Mm-hmm.
until his true identity shows up?
Mm-hmm.
Still red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I'm
can
just saying,
still
though,
go
'cause,
back and say
I
we
hear that
saw
a
the
lot.
flag.
I hear that a lot about, sometimes guys come with representatives, which I know they do. A lot of guys lie and fabricate stories,
Mhm.
make up stuff, and stretch the truth. But I'm saying, how long do you think a person can go as a representative, or is it that you guys are kind of delusional, or
I think it's delusion.
just kind of
I think it's past.
don't
and
see
past
it, and
yeah,
then
we
until
don't.
it's so many times that you get just hurt
Yes.
Yeah.
to where you now it's like, oh,
'Cause
I really did see it, but now I see it.
Well,
but
you
really,
saw
you
it.
already
You
seen
saw it
it.
already. You saw it
But
already.
you
Right.
love
Yeah.
them, and like you said,
Saw
the
it.
potential. You were
Mhm.
thinking that, okay, I care about them. Maybe they will see and change their ways. Because really and truly, if you're going to be with someone in a relationship, there's some sacrifice.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
there may have been some things about me that I changed or evolved over time, because I knew if I'm with somebody, that's what makes it work, is sacrificing back and forth. But
Mhm.
when you have that one person that is not willing to change, and you keep being in that delusion, thinking that, they say they care about me, they say they love me, that maybe one day they'll wake up and this will be the day.
Mhm. And that's our delusion,
Right.
because we can't change anybody.
Correct.
We can't
So
control
do y'all feel like y'all
anything.
can actually change? Is that something y'all
There
really
are
feel that
women
y'all
that
can
do.
change a guy? Because I think men, we don't do that.
we
We
think
don't feel like we can change that.
I think we think we can love them past their pain.
Correct. That's it.
Not change them, but just love them past their pain.
What pain is you picking up though?
I feel like let me tell you something.
I mean, what pain is you pick? It sounds good. I
Mm.
mean, really, because that's what a true guy really wants someone to love them past their pain, through their pain. But what pain is it that you're picking up when someone is pretty much manipulating you and giving you these heartaches and these times where you saying they feel like they pulling back and stuff
Mhm.
like that? Where is the pain radar at in that? Is it a pain radar? Is it that you're creating things in your mind in order to stick around that's really not
I
there?
mean, but you can see that, and you may possibly know that there may have been past trauma
Yeah.
with that person.
All y'all
And
guys got past
right,
trauma.
absolutely, but
Not with women though.
if you
No.
love them, you're gonna love them with their
You might
flaws
have
and
mother
all.
past trauma,
Right.
but not all guys got
But
past trauma with
that
women.
But a
that
lot of
coincides with
them
women
do.
though. When
That's
they
right.
have mama trauma,
Right.
it does coincide with how they are in relationships,
Correct.
because it's a
So why would
woman
you?
that they're
Because
dealing with.
as a man, I know when a woman has trauma, especially with her father issue,
Mhm.
that was an area that you don't really want to go into, because it's like, okay, if she if she never really had a good relationship with her dad, or had a dad, and around, she's not gonna understand how a man loves. In her mind, she want a man to love like a woman loves, because that's all she can identify with having her mother, not a father. So that's a tough situation to go into. Now I'm talking about emotional intelligent men now. And you get into something like that, you like, that's a major red flag. You see
For
what
a
I'm saying?
man.
For a man, because
Okay.
we have this protective instinct that a lot of time women think is control or insecurity,
Mhm.
but it's
Mhm.
not. It's just how we are wired.
Right.
So, but a woman that has a father,
Mhm.
that has a great father, good father, that was in her life, she
Mhm.
understands that because she was brought up with that.
Mhm.
Like your dad ain't gonna let you wear certain stuff out the house. Hey, you are going to put some on.
Mhm.
Your husband is the same way.
Right.
But a
But
lot
you're
of
saying
women
it's
see
not
that as
controlling.
insecurity.
Right. Or
Mhm.
He's
controlling,
insecure
like you
because he
said.
don't want, what I'm wearing. So that's a red flag for men, because that could be a problem with a lot of women. Sure. Anytime.
So I hear what you're saying, and what you're saying is correct. But you would be surprised that most women issues is not from the father. It's from the
Right.
mother.
No, I get that. Yeah, I definitely get that. You know, I wasn't just singling it
Yeah.
down to the mother,
Right.
but I'm just saying to the father. I'm sorry, but I know that that could be an issue. Like when men have mother issues, it's hard for them to understand their woman and they really deal with their woman. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same way on the flip side with the women.
Can be.
But at the same time, you have some men have father issues.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
it definitely spins another corner and have them have a hard time with the women that they dealing with too, because they saw how their father dealt with their mother.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times those be red flags that we don't really pay attention to. And that's getting to know the family before you actually get involved too deep, because the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Mm.
Hey,
Wait,
I'm just saying.
hold on.
I'm just saying.
So that's not always true,
No.
right?
In
You-
some instances, it
You're
may
right. It's
be.
not always.
It
There's
may
rare.
be
There are
in
rare
some
instances that it may be some people, that had orphans, and they grow up to be great
But I
people.
think even if you
What he did
in
with
that
the
instance,
orphans?
like you said, if you identified that red flag, what are you gonna do about it?
Right.
So should that person just be unlovable?
Well, I mean,
They have to be willing to talk to somebody
right,
because they're not gonna heal unless they do,
right.
unless they acknowledge that yes,
Mhm.
it's red
They have to
flags
be
exist.
aware.
That's true.
that that's
Yeah.
the issue.
Well, at the same time, I'm a particular person about boundaries. When you have boundaries, you know what you can deal with, what you can't.
Mhm.
So you don't take on tasks that's not for you to take on. You see what I'm saying? So if I get into it's been a while since I've been in the dating scene too. So I mean, I hear the stories about them. I hope I keep hearing the stories and not have to experience it myself. But I do know that, if I would ever get into it, I have boundaries. It's just certain areas I'm just not willing to go with a woman, no matter how pretty she is, no matter how nice she may be. I understand from past experience
Mhm.
how this might end. And I ain't willing to take that chance
Right.
at this age,
Correct.
Mhm.
at 50.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Maybe at 20 and 30,
Yeah.
you got
You
time.
don't
You
know
know what I'm
any
saying?
better.
But
Right.
like they say, you got more days behind
Than
than you do in front. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Not
I
me.
really don't.
Not me.
You right.
Not me.
Not you.
I'm the
That's
only
not how you
one.
look at
You gonna be
it.
160.
What?
Right. Hey, so
And hopefully still not dating yet.
I'm gonna still be dating.
Oh my
But I'm
God.
just saying, though, I get it. But at the same time, that's where that boundaries thing come up. You won't get too far down the road. It's like you can't keep making the same choices
Right.
and then thinking you're gonna get different
Again,
consequences.
you
And that's
have
why
to
identifying
You know
you
what I'm
have to
saying? Right.
identify that.
Yes.
You have to identify what's the
Mhm.
issue with you
Right.
that's causing you to attract these type of people.
Right.
But I mean, occasionally it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with what's left out here. Because my thought
Shit
process
ain't
is
nothing left.
okay. Most of the good men, the emotionally intelligent men, they have grown with the spouse that they're with.
Mhm.
And they're just not out there like that. It's not a plethora of them for us to choose from.
Let me say this. I would
Welcome,
say that,
Zach.
I would say that
What's
there
up, Zach?
are a
Big
lot of
West.
good men. I'm
I
just
see
playing.
y'all.
There are a lot of good men out there, but
Mhm.
they've been hurt by women.
Yes.
They have.
And so
Absolutely.
They have
But you know
boundaries as
why?
well.
You
yeah,
but
or
you know
they're
why?
scared.
Yes.
Or they're scared.
They have those, they've run into these women because it's the women they're not even supposed to be with.
That's
They're
true.
going based off the physical. They're going
Right.
based off the looks. They're going based off of how young they are,
Mhm.
and if they're still looking to have a family. They're choosing women in their 20s and 30s if they don't have kids yet. So those women don't want them like that. So the women that they need in their life, those aren't the women they're looking for. If you want the
Not
bikini
all
body,
men. Not
if
all
you,
men.
I didn't say all men. I did
Not
not say
most
all
men.
men.
Not
I
most.
did not
Not
say
most.
all
Not
Don't get
most.
beat up. Don't get
Most
beat up.
Yeah,
men.
look, I told you I ain't gonna let y'all tell these men down in here
Whatever.
today.
Don't it say women's edition up there? I told you I could have cut. Don't play with me today. Don't play with me today.
Like we can't even see you.
I'm telling you, I ain't even in the camera today. I ain't in the camera today.
All right.
But yeah,
you
most
can hear me though.
men,
You can hear
I'm
me.
telling you,
You
they're
can hear
running
me.
into women that they see on the physical side. The women, like if they want a family, they're not looking for women that's had a hysterectomy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, when we get into that older age,
Hey,
that's what we're
y'all
doing.
better get with these chicks with hysterectomy.
Okay, look, it's a lot of stuff you ain't got to deal with. I heard that before too. Like, oh, girl, can you have babies anymore? I can't. Oh, okay, that's good.
The
I ain't
chicks
gotta
with
pull out.
the-
I'm just saying.
The
That's
chicks
what
with
they say.
hysterectomies want it all the time.
I'm telling
Hey, I
you,
got
we
a
do.
comment. What's up, Wes?
Hey there,
Wes
Wes.
said those with major red flag need counseling and therapy.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Both sides. That's
Yeah,
right.
but we we have to recognize that most women may not ever recognize the fact that they're the problem.
Mhm.
That may not ever happen.
Yeah. And most women don't. There's a lot of women
Mhm.
that don't love themselves.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Don't know what love is.
But that's
Right.
something you got to recognize too,
Right.
because I can say going back. Okay, so this platform has allowed me to go a little bit further and deeper into my background and how I grew up and things like that. So, with me growing up, I had very low self esteem all through school. I had low self esteem. I didn't get out of that until I got in my late 20s, early 30s. So, again, you have to recognize that. And sometimes, like for me, it took a person to pull me out of that, for me to recognize
Hey,
the
Miss
beauty
Sharita
in
Kelly, how
myself
you doing?
before I kind of
Glad you
started working.
joined
This
us.
is a long um path in healing yourself and working on yourself and getting yourself out of trauma and recognizing what what you've been doing wrong and what you need to change. That's a long path.
Yeah.
That's not something that's going to happen in a short amount of time.
What's
It
up,
takes a
Angie?
lot of work to do. You know what I mean? So again, until you realize that you even have a trauma, because so many of us put it in the back of our mind, like we really lose that. Like
Mhm.
it gets pushed back so far, we don't know it's there. Somebody has to pull it out of us. You know what I mean? So until that happens, until it gets pulled out of us, and it took me to be in a relationship that I wasn't particularly happy in, for me to have to stop myself and be like, what am I doing wrong? And then you got to realize you're still going to continue to make mistakes,
Right.
even while you're on that path. Even when you think you've healed yourself completely, you're not always completely healed. You're working on yourself every day.
God always send you a
What it
test.
is,
Make
Zach?
sure it
I'm
on
telling
there.
you. I'm telling something gonna come and be
Appreciate you
like,
watching,
"Ooh,
big
Nika,
dog.
you did that again, girl. What is wrong with you?"
That's
Oh
right.
yeah. So so her main thing was accountability as far as red flags. What's a big
Was
red
that the
flag
only
you see?
thing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we have some
You
more
gotta
red flags, but we'll go with
wait a
Bridget.
minute. She got a whole thing. Well, we know why you still single then.
She got a list.
Inconsistent communication.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hot one day, cold the next.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always wondering where you stand.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. We can't wonder. And like you say, the women that have like the old school mindset of how dating and relationships should be, we're not gonna be okay with wondering where we're staying. We don't feel like we should have to question that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We should see where you're
Wes,
trying to go.
who that question to?
And if we don't, yeah, that gives us the option to move on. But that's our choice, that's our right. Because we can
So
make whatever
so we
decision
got
we want to
another
make.
comment, a question. Now
We
I
have
don't
a
know.
question.
I guess all of y'all can answer this question. Say, why weren't you happy?
Why what now?
Why were you happy in your last relationship?
Why
Why
weren't
weren't you
you
happy?
happy
Yeah,
in the last relationship?
yeah.
Okay. You did. You can go ahead if you want to say why you weren't happy.
We
in the last
live. Uncut.
Where do I start?
Ignoring the red
relationship. Because at the end of the
I got
day,
you, big
whatever
Wes.
red flags you see at the beginning is probably going to be the demise
Absolutely.
of your relationship at the end.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people see. You see a red flag at the beginning, it's probably going to have something to do with the demise of your relationship.
And my thought was like nobody's perfect.
Yeah, and
You
they're
know,
not.
and it's
You
like
can't look for a
so
perfect relationship.
I know Wes. I'm kind of sure he brought like a specific. What
Thing
was
that
it?
made you
Right.
unhappy.
What was it?
Okay.
Got you to the point where you? Because I pretty much all y'all filed.
All of us are
File.
divorced.
Y'all
ladies.
left. You left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
With
what?
skates on.
So just added to his question about what was that like last draw? Like, you know what? Because I know it took a lot to go down there, especially like you say 20 something years. I know it took a lot to actually say, you know what? I can't do this no more.
Mhm.
I would say being in the house with someone and still feeling alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
I can
identify.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. For me, it was once I realized we were both cheating. Once I realized,
Shit.
oh,
I
you
ain't expect
wasn't, oh, it wasn't me. Like
that.
seriously, when I
I ain't
realized
expect
that
that
we
one.
had the mindset of,
So y'all
well,
were too
okay,
much
so I
alike.
caught him first.
It don't matter.
So then I was like, oh, okay, well,
Let
this
me
is what
get
we're
mine.
doing. This is what we're doing.
So you been wanting to do that. You just were
Okay,
holding
like,
back. Yeah.
now who you think you playing with, bro? So when I realized, okay, so he called me.
First.
Okay, the last time something happened, he called me.
Did he catch you in the act, or
No,
he just caught you
he
with
called
phone
like an
number?
email. He saw an email,
Graphic.
back then.
It was
you know.
graphic. It was
So
graphic.
no, it was nothing like that. It was the guy asking when was the next time we were going to be able to see each other, and are we going to meet in the same place?
Mm,
Okay,
pretty graphic.
so that's what it was. So when I realized that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, we have no business doing this.
So that was it.
That
what
was
you-
really it. And I said, from here on out, I'm gonna let you know we're gonna divorce. It's time for us to divorce. Time for us to get out of this.
You saw it going too
And
far.
yeah,
Somebody
it was
finna
too
get.
far. It was too
Yeah.
much. It was too much. It was too much. And the thing is, I made a decision that day when I made the same decision to not cheat anymore or to
No more.
for us to split up. I said I'll never cheat on anybody else again.
Okay.
And I didn't because it's just
So I'm gonna ask you
not a
this,
good
and then
look.
we're gonna
Not a
you.
good
So when you made that decision, what
Mhm.
was it about it that made you realize, like you said, you just weren't gonna do that no more? What was about the cheating part that
just
made
the
you feel
thought
like?
of us finding out about these things. Just you know what I'm saying? Like
Did he show signs that he
we
was
don't
hurt?
have any
He was hurt when he found out.
really. I mean, he didn't really
You was hurt
seem
when
like
you
he
found
was
out.
hurt. I was just over it. I was just over it. Like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? Like, why are we doing this? And we had made, decisions in the past that we were, oh, you know what? I know we're having some problems or whatever, some issues. Let's see what we can do to work on it. Let's try to work out the marriage and, let's work on this. But that doesn't really it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just don't feel like okay, so again, it goes back to the beginning, to the very beginning of the relationship and the marriage. And I'm going to get into another red flag that I think kind of has something to do with it, even though at the end of the day, we were in a marriage for 9 years. But I just think we just weren't in the same place. We just weren't thinking the same way. We just weren't on the same page on how we wanted a relationship to work. I wasn't healed at that time. I didn't know how to hold on to a relationship and to know what it means to be in a healthy, successful relationship at that time. So kids don't matter. If you have babies with them, that doesn't matter. That's not going to change anything. What are y'all doing to come together as far as communication on how y'all are going to make this successful and how you're going to keep it long term? How are you going to stay in it and y'all be okay? It's hard to do that if you're not healed because you don't know what to do.
Right.
All you know is let me get out of it. That's all you know. And I think that's what happened with mine. And Jimmy Jam wanted me to go into this. Sharita, hey Sharita is saying, Coco, I agree. Us old school women, we are set in our ways. So this new age we think is different. It's hard for us to get into this new age of dating right now.
Mhm.
We can't do it. It doesn't feel natural.
Right.
We can't. They're telling us, well, men and women can reach out to men too, and they can do this and do that, but it switches so much. We hear so many things about that. People tell us, oh, we can reach out to him first, but then we get the man we can reach out to. He thinks we're being a bugaboo.
Mhm.
If we reaching out to him, we're a bugaboo. If we don't reach out to him, we ain't interested enough. We don't know what to do either way.
Right.
What about? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh
Oh, no,
yeah,
I
you
was just
wanted
gonna
to
say
get
for my
into what was
part,
not happy. What made you?
it was the fact that I woke up one day and I did not like who I saw in the mirror.
Mhm,
After all the accomplishments, all of the things that we had built, I did not like me.
mhm,
And I have a daughter, and I did not want my daughter to identify that this is what marriage is supposed to be like.
mhm,
There were more days I think that she started to see me sad
mhm.
than
I
happy.
was about to say more
And I
sad than
did
happy.
not want that to be her idea of what marriage is.
So do you feel like you healed during the marriage? You healed and
No,
matured during the marriage, or
it
it
was
took you to get the
definitely
divorce
yes,
to start doing that?
yes.
Okay. What
Because
about
when
you?
she talked about self-esteem, or you talked
Yeah.
about self-esteem,
Right.
yeah. At that time, my self-esteem was like to the floor.
Mhm,
And like you said, the red flags, I kind of blamed myself because I had identified the red flags, but I
mhm,
still was
mhm,
there,
mhm,
you
mhm.
know, with those red flags flying in my face.
Absolutely.
And it's
That's what we
like, you
do.
know, I blamed myself, and that was part of my healing is forgiving myself
Absolutely.
for
You have to do that.
staying there
You have
in
to do
that
that.
situation
You
for so
have to do
long.
that. And I talk about that all the time because at the end of the day, again, we make the decision.
Mhm.
So, truthfully, we really can't blame that other person for being who they
Right.
are and showing us who they are.
Correct.
We can only look
Yes,
at
you can.
ourselves.
So let me ask
No, we
y'all
really
women
can't.
something though.
We have to look at ourselves
That's
because
right.
we're making the decision to
Right.
stay in that
Correct.
situation. So we can't blame that person for showing them who they are. We have to look at ourselves
Yes,
and
you
stay
can.
in the situation.
So let me
Right.
ask you
For
something.
me.
I want to say something first before we go
Okay.
further. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
sorry
Go
about
ahead.
the technical difficulty we had. That was a Facebook kind of I don't know, they had some issues going on, but we back up live now. But getting back to I want to go back to you.
Okay.
When you said you realized that the cheating was just too much.
Mhm.
Do you think do you feel that you played any part besides that into y'all demise? And did you focus on you when you
I do
got out of the
not.
relationship?
I do not. And I didn't focus on me after the relationship because I got back into a whole nother relationship
Mm.
when we separated. And when I say separated, that's just me and him living in one place and me living in somewhere else. That was a
Mm.
separation. We didn't get the full divorce until a year later was when the divorce was finalized. But I didn't focus on myself until after that the relationship that I went into after the marriage. When that one ended, that's when
That's
I
when you
started, yeah,
the other
focusing
one
on
was the
myself.
rebound. What about you, Bridget? Did you feel like you played any part, even though I know you was the one that decided to call it quit? But when you look back, did you feel like I played some part in how
I
that
felt I
thing?
was too passive. There were things that you know, when the red flags came up, I felt I should have said something and I didn't. Um,
Kind of swept them up
right. Trying to
collectively.
think that it's gonna correct itself,
Mhm.
but
Were you already married
yeah.
though when those
Mhm.
red flags?
So
So
during the dating, you never saw no red flag? Well, how long did you date before you
usually you
married?
We
do.
dated like 4 years
So
Well,
you
damn.
definitely saw you
Well,
definitely
damn.
saw red flags.
before we got married.
You
We
just was
dated
in
4
love with
years.
that man right
Well, let
there.
me tell you, I mean,
You know they say you love his
we
dirty
dated
draw.
2, we broke off for like 8, 9 months, and then we got back together and dated another 2, and then we got married. So
Okay.
But sometimes we don't marry for love either.
Mm.
Did you marry for another
I
reason
married
besides
Married for that
love?
pipe.
I was
You
totally
married
I was totally head over heels in love with my
So
husband.
you married for
That
love.
what you
I
married
married
for,
for
tell you.
love.
Do you
Tell you,
feel like
but she already said what she married for.
what's she married for?
said, she said,
Uh-uh,
it's
say it
already
again.
recorded. It's on camera. Now. You might as
'Cause
well
I
go
missed
say it.
it. Oh, okay. So he had to-
She said she married for the pipe. Y'all didn't hear it.
That's fake news.
That's really what that means.
It wasn't no
It
difference,
won't have
no
nothing to do
pipe.
with difference.
They got damn thing to do what's on your face.
But I
Okay.
did
So you
marry
do
for
you
love.
feel like he
So you
married for
married for love.
love when you think about it now? Mm,
He did. I guarantee he did.
mm. You guarantee he
I
married for
guarantee-
love?
I
Maybe
guarantee
the
you.
idea of love.
I'll
And
go
I
with that.
think, you
I will go
know,
with that.
thinking
I will
that,
go
you
with
know,
that.
maybe at the time a lot of friends and
Men
things
don't
were
do
getting
that. We don't do that.
married.
We do not do that.
And I think the idea of love.
We do not do that.
Because looking back at it, like you're saying, hindsight, that 2020, I can see clear now.
So do you think it's more of who is available at the time they're ready?
No. Because we have a lot of options already on the table. Men have more options for relationships.
What that's true.
Y'all have more options for sex. Y'all get sex like this.
We
have
can.
to, you know,
We
we
can.
got to get what we can when we can.
Speed dial. Speed dial.
Right. But
Okay.
when it come down to relationship,
yeah.
men have more options because women, y'all always want to be in a relationship. Y'all don't want to women. We ain't talking about whores. Women want one man that they
Yeah.
can just do what they want to do with. And it's so it's already we already know women outnumber men. Okay. So no, men do not marry for no other reason but love. Somewhere in the relationship,
I disagree.
What
something
happened?
I
happens.
disagree.
I think it was a
I
technical
disagree.
I'm not
difficulty,
saying-
what he just said.
I disagree.
Miss Sharita, she said, I seen the red flags in the first few years of the marriage. My ex-husband was a mama's boy, and his family was in our marriage too much. It made me feel like he should have put his family in check.
Now that's a red flag.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
That's a
that could be
red
a major
flag for
problem.
you. That's
That
a
could be.
red flag.
But you know, understand, like I say, with men, we pretty much, you know, we marry for love
I disagree.
because we
What happened?
we lose more if it don't go right.
I disagree.
Y'all may lose some time.
I think men marry for
Megatron.
opportunity. That's what
Negative.
is available at the time. They choose the right woman at the time.
She
I
said
don't
we
think it
dated
has
4
anything
years
to
and I
do
still
with
didn't
love.
know him. Like I was thinking, okay.
Sarita,
She sound
we hear
she
Sarita
sound
Say
like
4
Bridget.
years
Sound
still
like
didn't know
Bridget.
him like
Yeah,
that.
a
But
lot of-
you'll never know a
But-
never know a person.
until they show you.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying-
never know a
Until they show
person,
you who
right?
they really
You never-
are.
I just
really
think
know them.
men. I'm just gonna go on that limb. I don't think men marry for opportunity unless he broke and you got money. Was he broke?
I don't
I
think
don't
they
think
married
it's
for
not
love.
necessarily. No, not
They
at
don't
all.
marry.
I
Okay.
don't think it's necessarily
Right.
like it wasn't finances,
Right.
but
What
And
opportunity?
especially what was that during college?
No, I was actually out of college.
You were out of college by then.
So
And he was out of college by then. Did y'all
Mhm.
have your careers?
yes,
You had your careers
I
at
Right.
the
think I
time.
think men marry for security too.
that's I really do.
What kind of security? What kind of security? This probably finna take us.
Maybe not
Don't
necessarily.
take us off the red flag.
This gonna take us off
Way
red
off the
flags a
red
little bit, but
flag.
I'm gonna
not
ask it.
necessarily financial.
But I'm just-
but
okay.
He knew I was loyal.
Right.
Mm.
He
Th-
knew
that's
I was
security you
loyal.
talking about,
I was,
loyalty.
I was in. I was gonna back him to
Mhm.
the end.
Like that's home.
Yes.
So
He's trying to
opportunity.
secure
But that's
home.
love, though.
So opportunities.
it's
No,
not.
it's not.
He's trying to
Mm-hmm.
secure home while he go out there and do what he want to do. But
So
he
you
knows-
saying he felt that she was weak?
Not necessarily weak. He could
Was
feel
he-
like she's a
What's
strong
what she
woman.
saying? What she
He
said?
can
Because he's
feel
trying
like
to
she's
secure
a
home while he
strong
goes
woman.
out.
Not, when
No,
you
and-
no,
saying
not
weak,
necessarily.
I would say maybe
choose your words,
weak.
Jimmy.
Weak.
I'm
to
saying
know
we-
that
I'm
he-
just going on
that
what
he
you
was-
said.
He was.
Where you were in love with him. He
Yes,
knew you were
he
in
knew
love
I-
with
he
him.
knew I loved him.
You loved him more than he loved you.
Yes.
Do you feel like that?
I do.
So that's what I'm saying. Look, Jimmy
You-
Jam.
What they say when the lawyer say, I object, Your Honor.
No.
Counsel is leading the
That
witness.
men married for
She's
love.
leading the witness. You didn't ask a question. You was
married for
telling her.
A lot of
Men
times,
married for love.
no.
No, they-
I
Negative.
think some of them do,
I just say that this.
but some of them don't.
A lot of time with men, the thing about men, we marry for love. But within that marriage, we're not prepared for what comes along with women. And sometimes we get unorthodox. We just kind of lose it because our nature is still there. Our
Okay.
nature is to always want something different, someone different. That nature is still there. So a lot of men them never learn how to control that nature. They never learn to
Okay.
control and fight it and to resist that. Because it's always more women that want good men.
It
And
is.
women see men in a relationship, especially a marriage, he becomes attractive.
Why though? I don't get it.
That's something y'all got to ask.
What?
I,
Wait a minute.
hell, I'm
Wait,
not a
wait, wait,
woman.
wait.
I mean,
You
Wait.
said married men
didn't-
are
they didn't
attracted to
want-
women.
no, I'm just saying men that show commitment, that show that they
Okay.
don't nobody listen. Don't no woman want a man that don't no other woman want. Am I right?
Yeah,
Right.
I can.
So
I can
women
agree
want
with
men that are wanted.
I want
So you
somebody
ain't the
that
only
don't mind
one that
somebody
want him. That's what you don't understand. You're not the only one that want him.
What they got to
But
do?
I mean, but like, okay.
What's your
So do
point?
you think
Yeah,
as
what does
far
that
as
have to do
like
with anything?
The-
he shouldn't have that same thought with me? Nobody wanted me.
Exactly.
Of course he should. Of
Well,
course,
you didn't
that's
say
what makes
that.
y'all be
You didn't
together.
say
That's what
that.
makes it
But
right.
you didn't
Well,
say
then
When
they
he
that.
gotta
feel the
act
same
like
thing.
it.
You didn't say
Right.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
They
You
gotta
give
act
me
like they don't want
You give me
nobody.
chance. You give me chance. But I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
Listen, that's what I'm saying. The thing about it is women want what they can't have a lot of times.
So does men.
No, we don't. We
Yes.
want what we can
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, I disagree.
You got to understand.
I disagree.
We want
We
what
want
we
what
can
we
get.
can't
Oh, my
have.
It's a
goodness.
difference.
No,
I'm
I
just
disagree.
telling
I
you.
think that's
You
a man thing.
You
That's
said
not a
Right.
woman
We
thing.
talking about men, right?
Okay.
And I'm
yeah,
telling
it's
you
not, you
how a
said
lot of
women want men.
A lot of times you don't listen. A lot of times you don't want a man that don't no other woman want.
ain't nobody
I
thinking
don't
about
think we're
that.
paying attention to that.
Exactly.
We're not paying
You
attention
want
to
the
that.
you want the nice looking man. You want the man with the nice car, the
We want
nice
the
well,
house,
that's
the
faithful-
nice.
physical to us.
we want
the
That doesn't
faithful
mean
man.
he-
But
he's
it ain't
physically attracted
just
to other
you're the
women.
only one that see it.
We want
You're
the
not the
faithful,
only one that see it.
we want the faithful
No,
man
that's right.
that's emotionally available.
Yeah, you known to get them
That
in your
when
60s.
we're around other
They come
women,
around then.
when we're around other women, he give me all the attention.
I
He
get it.
make the other women jealous
Right.
because he just got eyes for me.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
But you're not probably gonna get it.
Mhm.
Not in a young age.
You said
You're not.
men like what you said, they like variety or they like change. What did you say?
Sometimes men get caught up in the fact that they're wanted by multiple women.
But what about okay? So when I was married, I had different wigs, different
That don't
makeup.
matter.
I
That
dressed
don't
up.
matter.
I was a policewoman. I'm just
Nah,
playing.
that don't matter. You can swing across chandeliers. That does not. That's if that man don't want
he
you.
had a monkey
it does
fetish. I
not
dressed like a
matter.
monkey.
Damn, for real.
I'm just playing.
Look, and Sharita say women want a good guy.
Right, but I'm saying, what is a
Do we?
good man?
Do we?
What is a
I
good
don't
man?
know. We're just looking for
Not a
certain
perfect
things,
man. What's a
but
good
it-
man?
A good
Because
guy may not be
you
a
can
good
have a
guy
long
for
list
every
of
I
things.
think
female.
he's going to try, and you know that he's
Try,
trying.
right.
And then if you notice that there's something is wrong, you all can talk about it, and there's going to be a change that takes place. That shows that he really cares about
Right.
you. And the same with me. If
Right.
if there's something that is an issue for him, and he speaks with it for me, if I feel that the relationship is worth it, I'm gonna put my best foot forward to make the change so that we can work.
Mine is simple. Don't cheat and spoil the hell out of me. We good.
Yeah. So
See, that
yes,
was a
but-
show we did one time about realistic and unrealistic expectations.
Expectations. Yeah.
What I just said was unrealistic.
It's not
No,
unrealistic.
it's not.
It's
But
not
but
unrealistic.
that's not the only thing that you're gonna be having to deal with, though.
I know. It
That's
was-
true.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to know what you can tolerate and what you can't,
Mhm.
and you can't expect for him to meet all of your emotional needs because no man on earth can do that.
That's not a man's responsibility.
Right.
That's the woman's responsibility because I talk about this all the time. Especially when you're trying to heal, it's not the man's responsibility to heal you.
Mhm.
It's his responsibility to support your healing. Right?
What's up, Marie? Marie said, "Yeah, we married for love."
I just-
1930
I'm gonna
what?
stick with
What
that. I'm
year?
sticking to it. That's my story.
What year was that? I
It's
believe-
Wes said women can marry and still be reserved.
Explain.
Wes, we need you to explain that a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I need him to elaborate on that just a little bit.
If you still on here, big Wes, I need you. They say they need you to explain that a little bit more. They the hairs on their back standing up right now.
Uh-huh.
But I guess for me, a good guy is he a good guy to me? Because he may he may choose me, but not have chosen other women. So he's going to be different with me than he is.
Do
With some other
y'all
woman.
think? Do y'all think men should think like y'all think?
Absolutely
No,
not.
I wouldn't
Because they're
want a
not
man that thinks
women.
like me.
They're not
No.
women.
Right.
They're
So-
never going to think
So
like
with
us.
the fact that men have a high sexual appetite, right?
That's me.
Okay.
All of
do
y'all
we.
don't. You do.
Okay.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You already said you married for the pipe, so we already know you. Okay, but so I'm just saying, men, we don't think like y'all think we should think. We have another set of rules that we go by, especially when we're in a relationship. But no man is gonna marry you unless he loved you. Now I don't know how long it lasted with the
Okay.
love.
Okay, well that makes
But
sense.
Men are
but he's
not
not
married.
going to the altar with you
All
unless
men are
he
not
loved
married.
you.
No, they
Unless
are
his
not.
situation is
Men
different.
marry women all the time and
Right.
don't love them. They don't
I
even
don't-
like them.
Unless it's something
They
though.
don't
It got to
even-
be something that he
It
chased.
will have to be
I,
love.
but
It
like
will
I
have
said,
to be
I
something.
feel in some cases it's the idea of love. They want to have that
We don't have
marriage
chromosomes
that
like
that is like
we do not dream
the
about getting
idea
married.
of
You can
No,
ask
we
any
don't.
little boy. We don't
idea
have
of
that
dream
fantasy.
of getting married.
Right.
But if you're in a circle and everybody in that circle is married and they're having this, whatever thing, I'm telling you, some of them do.
Huh?
Some of
No,
them
we
do.
don't give a shit.
And
We
Sharita
do not
said,
care if every one of our homeboys is married.
I'll be the only one that ain't.
Right. And I see y'all
I
when y'all
fuck
can
with
get
it.
away from y'all woman, but I'm gonna be in these streets. We don't care about that. The only way a man is gonna fix up the nerve to marry a woman, 'cause I think Big Cap did a show one time about if a man asks a woman to marry her and she said no, is the relationship done? Hell yes, it's done. Yes, it's done. If a man mustered up the energy and the courage to ask a woman to marry him and she says no,
that's on him.
it's over with.
That's on him for asking because they should have already had all the conversations. He should already know before he even opened his mouth about marrying her whether she's on that same
What you
page
say?
as he is.
Somebody say something.
I mean, he has to know before he asks her
No,
whether
he
she's on the
don't.
same page. Why
How would
doesn't
he
he?
don't
If
know?
they're
I feel
communicating, he
I
should.
feel like I think like a man right now.
If they're
That shit over
communicating,
with, right? It's over.
I see it
I'm
being
like,
over.
what's wrong with me?
But he should have. They should be
I'm
in a
giving you logic.
communication.
So
They should be
I'm giving you
communicating.
logic, and you thinking logic outside of that fantasy, that the delusion that a lot of women operate
You
in.
should know
Let
that
me
I'm
give you
whether I'm
logic.
there or
You
not.
remember earlier when you was like, what did you say? Do I think or did we think that we played a part in it?
Right.
I honestly, so I hear the ladies talking and some of the stuff I do agree, but I'm thinking more like a guy. And I'm like, in my marriage, I think that maybe I was more of the masculine.
That's possible.
Because I'm so hyper independent.
Mm.
And so I'm used to doing everything. And if he didn't do it when I thought it should be done, I would go ahead and do it and I'll handle it. Right. And so maybe that was kind of demasculating to the man. But I'm like, if you see something that needs to be done, I shouldn't have to keep asking you to do it. Right.
I mean, that could be, we all grown. And we know some got to be did. And just because you want it done right now don't mean I got to do it right
What
now.
about 2 weeks? Because I would wait.
But what about an explanation? If you say, okay, babe, I'll get to it.
Right.
It's really, it can wait a little bit.
Right.
But just to ignore it, again, that comes with
Right.
accountability. If you're not gonna do it just because you just don't want to, because just like you, eventually you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, it depends on what it is and how urgent it is that need to be done. Say a leaky sink.
But if they
If it
ask me for something, I'm supposed to stop and do it.
It depends on what it is.
And if you don't do it, what happens?
What are you talking about? If the man don't do it,
The
If the
woman.
woman don't do it.
just get it done.
Right.
But it just depends because it has to depend on what it is and the urgency of it needing to be done. You see what I'm saying? Now,
But not to even address it. You don't think that that's disrespectful in a way? You know, if you
Because,
ask
I mean,
somebody to do something
I'ma
and then,
say-
like she says, 2 weeks later, you don't even say, "Hey, I haven't forgotten about it. I'm gonna
Right.
do it."
I can say that because I'm guilty of that myself. Okay, we had a couple leaky sinks. She was like, "Hey,
Now it's all making sense.
these sinks leaking." Hey, but you know, I got stuff I'm doing though. It ain't like I'm chilling. It ain't like I'm sitting around playing the game, hanging out. I'm working. I got other stuff I got going on too.
So would
So-
you rather for her to call somebody else to do it?
Hell no.
Well,
You ain't come
why
there.
you couldn't just
I know,
call?
but see,
why not
one thing
say
about it
something
though,
to her
I
and
know
say,
the
"Hey, I
urgency
didn't
of it,
forget."
right? I know the urgency of it, and them sinks can leak for a couple weeks.
They
I'm
be-
paying the goddamn water bill anyway,
they be
so
like,
it
Do
don't
you tell
matter
her
if
that?
it's a little extra.
Do you
No, I
tell
would
her
never
that?
say it like that.
But
Hell
I'm
no.
just saying, but did you say to her, babe?
I'ma get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
I'ma
But
get
did
it.
you
I'ma get
say
it.
it, or did she have
I-
to remind you?
I'm gonna get it.
but
Did she have to remind
When she
you?
said, "Hey, the sink downstairs
But
is
she
leaking, and the
reminded
sink
you.
in the kids' bathroom is leaking," I was like, "I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get it.
what
I
is it
got
gonna take for the kids to walk around with floaties on? Like I
it.
don't.
It's just dripping though. I went in there and checked it out. I analyzed. It can wait. It ain't like it's pouring down. Now, if it was pouring down, I would have went to the store right then. I
But at
made
this
a
point,
decision
she
as a
knows.
man.
She knows how you are when it comes to that. Like since y'all been
Some
married for
things is
so
different.
long.
She
Just
said
like we
he
had
ain't gonna do
a
it.
wasp nest on the house. It was on the house for about a week before I actually went and got the stuff to get it down. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, I probably would have did it. Man.
right. And you would have did the same thing
I
that
would've
happened to
did
me.
mine.
Got stung by one of them.
That's gonna happen anyway.
You see what I'm saying? I already knew it was a dangerous job. I'm like, shit, let me get my mind right because I got other stuff I need to do. Let me
Just
take
say
care of
you
what I
was
need to do
scared.
first. It ain't that. It's in the backyard. They don't go in the back.
Okay.
He just won't
Now,
say
if it was at the front door, you see what I'm saying? Then I would have had to get it there. But it's in the
Right.
back. It can wait. Y'all impatient as hell. That's what it sounds
Oh,
like.
y'all-
So 2 weeks is impatient.
I said a week. There you go. Adding on.
Two
1
weeks
week.
was the thing.
The sink probably was longer than that. But it got done. And now the other one leaking, and it been leaking for about 2 weeks.
Hey, let's talk about this red flag. When the guys don't want to give it up,
But what?
the man coochie.
What is the man?
Wait.
What is a man
Hold on.
My kids gonna watch this. I
Wait a
can't.
minute.
Well, we X-rated.
When
you know.
a man doesn't want to give it
Yeah,
up,
like,
What's wrong with him?
so you know
I'm
how?
like,
I'm gonna give you two reasons why he might not want to.
I mean, I already know what it was, but
Either even if he get it somewhere, he's still gonna get it. He might be dealing with a homosexual demon, or you just turned him off some kind of way. That's I'm doubly two
Yeah.
reasons.
I-
Even
I
if
could
a man
probably
is getting
agree
it
with
somewhere else, he's still coming home and get it.
yeah, because man,
Yeah, he gonna get it.
I mean,
Right.
that's what they gonna want to do.
So either you just turn him slap off, slap. I mean, that's the only logic. You know what I'm saying? Because
And wait a minute. So when you say they don't want to give it up, are y'all in a position to where he can and he doesn't?
so you know, like when you
Wes
see
said not knowing how to connect with your man sexually could be another reason too. Not knowing how to connect with him sexually.
it'd be like, oh, I'm tired. I got a headache. Like I thought that I was supposed to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
there's
know
a
them
reason
back-
behind
Yeah,
it.
It's right.
something
It's
else going on
it's
with that.
something. You know what I'm saying? It
Or
ain't- it
maybe,
ain't-
you know, is he having a problem? You know,
Yeah.
if he has something physically going on.
yeah, that
you
could
know,
be
some
enough.
erectile
Have y'all done
dysfunction or
this
something.
before, or this was like the first time you've had the opportunity to do it? He said it's time.
You
say, I can relate.
Sharita
said, I can relate
to you
something going
women. We're going to ask you if you drag it to do it. I'm going to take care of it. Okay, she talking about the other thing. We're talking about the man tasks at the house. I
Yeah.
won't beg my dad to raise me not to depend on anyone, but as I ever got older, we don't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well,
an,
I mean, I get it. I
And it's
mean,
like, you know, you try
She
to.
said as she got older, I have learned I should be able to depend on my mate.
I want to depend on
Right.
mine.
But
But you
you
want to
should,
be
though.
the woman.
You
And that
should.
people always talk about be the woman and be in your
Right.
role. Well, yeah, I'm in my role. I'm asking you.
I'm gonna fix it when I get over that to
Oh
it.
my
Yeah, this time around, I want to live the soft life.
Yeah.
And when I say soft life, I still want to have my job. I still want to have my independence, but I want a guy who makes me feel safe in a relationship.
So you never felt safe?
No. And when I say I
Dang,
don't
that was
feel
quick.
when I say feel safe, I mean not have to worry about feeding, not have to worry about if I have a problem and I want to bring it to you, do I have to be on eggshells before or I have to tiptoe around how I want to say it because you might act this way or you're not going to take accountability. So now I have to, or not say anything at all. So I just want to feel safe in a relationship. I want to feel like being my
Have you felt safe ever?
I have.
You're married.
I have. I because I feel them. When you feel safe with somebody and they treat you well, it's hard to go back. You can't go back.
Did you feel safe? Did you feel safe?
I did feel safe during my marriage.
You did. At the end, you did. So what? So what would you say? What would y'all say would be the thing that you really need out of to stay in a relationship to feel that?
friendship. Like I want him to be my best friend. Because I like doing stuff. I like boxing. I like doing stuff. So friendship is my number one top priority. And the ability to communicate.
Absolutely. Communication is number one on my list
Yes.
because communication ties into everything that has to do with the relationship. Because you're communicating about sex, you're communicating about finances, you're communicating about everything. So communication has to be top on my list. You got to be able to communicate.
And with communication, just comprehension, period.
So
You
it was
understand
something.
where I'm coming from, not
Mhm.
just hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth, but understand.
So Wes said to Tanya, you said you were masculine in your last relationship. You felt masculine. Yeah, she said yeah. So
Eventually, I will.
you felt masculine
And
too?
you do,
Eventually.
yeah. In certain situations, certain relationships, you do feel masculine. But when you feel like that again, that's not natural. That's not natural.
Right.
Like
And it's not. It's gonna be the demise.
like I enjoy cutting grass, but I was the one cutting the grass. I was the one trimming the yard. I was talking
What was he
to-
doing?
I was about to say. So why were you doing that though?
What was he at?
Because you were asking him and he wasn't doing it when you
Mhm.
wanted him to do it.
That and the fact that you see the grass is growing. You live here, right? And
So when y'all communicated about that, what was his reason for
I'll
it?
get around to it.
So do you think you felt like you were nagging him about it?
I don't do that. So
So was the grass
before-
taller? Was it tall like just out of control?
No, because I wouldn't. You funny, Jimmy.
I'm just asking.
So
Cause you could have like OCD real bad, and
I-
you see a couple of weeds and like, I need that cut. He like, cut it the other day. I'm gonna cut it. It ain't ready yet. See that guy that we probably need to get him in and see how
We need
bad
two
you is.
sides. We need both sides.
Yeah,
Two stories. What you
yeah.
think?
I'll tell you. So if you ask me anything about myself that I
So was the grass tall?
no, the grass wasn't tall.
So
But it was
again, it
growing.
wasn't done when you wanted it to be done.
Big Mo, what it is, Mo Gotti said he believe
Mo.
he think really women don't really know what they want out of a man.
We know what we
we
want.
know. Most of us do. Most of us do know. But I want to go back to what you were saying. So again, I think that goes back to what
She
way
sitting
I
here
look at it.
realizing that she was the problem.
Okay, yes. So again, I'm gonna go back to our decisions and decisions that we make and not blaming the man for who he is. If that's what he's doing, now we have a decision. Are we okay with cutting the grass?
Man, that damn man
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Because he's
I'll
already
drive
shown
somebody
us what
crazy.
he's
You know I will.
not gonna
Hey,
do.
man,
Oh,
that
no,
man,
he's not
Now,
gonna
see,
do.
stuff like that doing around the house, I never, when I was talking about like say of being masculine, I mean like taking care of me. I feel like, if you're the husband and you are taking care of the house, that includes me too. If I feel that my needs are not being met, and then I talk to you about it, and it's like nothing's done about it, you know, um,
Is that-
I'm gonna have to take care of me myself.
But you should be doing that anyway.
Well, I'm not just, yeah, I can take care of me, but I'm saying as far as like the man, if he's being the head of the house, we talk about being protector, not just physically protecting, but also protecting me emotionally,
Mhm,
spiritually. He's supposed to be the priest of that home. And so as the priest of the home, to be a woman, if you have someone leading you well and correctly, it's going to be natural to be submissive to that man. But if you have someone that is not leading,
We're gonna do the leading.
That
that's what I
taps-
said, who's
that-
going to do the leading?
That
Mm.
We're gonna
taps
do
into the safety that I was
Correct.
saying,
Mhm.
because if he's making you feel safe in the relationship, you
It's
naturally
gonna
feel that.
automatically
Right.
be that way.
And in all areas, not just
Mhm.
physical.
I want to read one of the comments. Craig said if we start off totally honest in a relationship with what we like and don't like, there should not be any situation we can't get through.
You have to be on the same page. You have to want the same thing. If y'all both want a relationship, y'all will both want a successful, healthy relationship, then you're going to do certain things that's going to kind of put it in that place. You're
Right.
going to communicate. You're
Right.
going, he's going to do this, but he has to be willing to be open to all of that. So men have to open up. You have to be willing to talk to us about these things and really take it serious.
Mm.
Because I'm going to do you like that. I'm going to pay attention to you. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to see what your needs are. I might not tell you that that's what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. So I would want you to do the same thing with me. If you know that, like you were saying, control. If we're talking, and I'm telling you, babe, we're talking about a relationship or whatever, and I'm telling you, babe, I'm about to go to my folks' house. I'm gonna be over there for a little while or whatever. That's not because I feel like you need to know everything, or I feel like I gotta tell you because you need to be in control of something. That's if something happens to me, you know where I've been.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
And I would think you would do the same thing for me.
right.
If and it's not like I gotta know everywhere you're going at every single time, but if you tell me, babe, I'm gonna run up here to so and so,
Right.
I'll be back if you don't get me on the phone. I'll be back. That way I'll know. And I'm gonna do you the same way. But that's just us. If something happens to you, somebody comes to me, I can go where the last place he told me he was going with such and such a place. You know what I'm saying? That's the trust that we're building from the beginning. That's trust. Us talking to each other and telling each other what we have going on is building that trust. It's building a routine.
Mo said, do you guys think y'all have poor choice of men?
When you're not healed, absolutely. When you're not healed, yes.
It's not like I had that many,
Yeah.
but I think that a few of them were poor choices, and some of them just the timing was not for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a couple of them.
I-
And Sharita said communication is the key. Both parties have to know where it's going.
I feel it.
What you finna say, Miss Lady?
I was gonna say that I forgot.
Slipped your mind.
Yeah, I'm in my 40s.
You ain't in no 40. You close to 50 though.
I was born in 1996.
Oh man,
I really forgot.
You really forgot. Slip your mind.
It'll
Okay.
come back.
It'll come back.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it will. It
But yeah,
will.
like you said, the honesty. If people were just honest in the beginning, if you're not looking for anything long term, if this is just, we see where it goes, this is a fling.
Because you
Say
don't know,
that.
I might be
ask
okay with that.
That's
I
what I'm
might be
saying.
okay with
Say
that for the
that.
meantime.
Another question. All y'all women, y'all had dads in y'all life, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think y'all picked the guy that was kind of similar to your dad or total
Absolutely.
opposite?
I sure
In a
do.
way.
I do.
The way, but kind of similar or total opposite?
Similar. Narcissistic one.
Your dad was narcissistic.
Yeah, and I have 7 brothers, and some of them are as well.
So you saw that as kind of a manly behavior, kind of normal spirit, kind of just latched on to it. 'Cause that's what you were used
And
to.
I didn't love myself at the time.
Mhm. That makes
So
a big difference.
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
I remember now.
That's what you gonna say?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's so important to learn to love yourself. We hear all the time about self-love but because that work is hard.
It
It
is.
is.
Because you're gonna have to answer some
Absolutely.
questions about
You're
yourself.
gonna
That's
be
right.
you're gonna cry, you're gonna
Man.
go through so many emotions. And again, it's a long journey.
Mhm.
And it can be continuous. Even though I've been saying I've been doing it for 10 years, I'm still continuing to
You
heal because
never
I still
stop.
make mistakes.
And I think when you don't love yourself, the people that you attract is like a mirror. It's like a
They
mirror.
say that all the time. You attract what you are.
Yeah.
You hear that all the time. You attract what you are.
And a lot of times, I think that in order for us to change, because sometimes it does take a bad relationship to shock
Mhm.
your
It
system.
does.
And so,
It does.
and
That shocked the
yeah,
system.
really. And without those people, how can we grow? For real?
Exactly.
Everybody got a job.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so in those relationships, their job was to awaken us to ourselves.
That's why I don't regret any relationship I've been in because it taught me something. I learned something from that
So
relationship.
do you guys think for men, is it a lack of men being around other men that are husbands to teach them how to be husbands
course.
and vice versa
Of course.
for women as well?
It can be. It
Yeah.
can be. But people all the time again make their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? They
I
go
mean,
whichever
you
way.
gotta have somewhat of a model.
You do.
You just
I
can't
agree.
make it up. That's
I
something
agree.
you just can't wing it.
They got models. Bad.
Right. You definitely want a good model,
Yeah.
but
But sometimes you do have those men that, like you said, they may have had a bad model, but that taught them how not to be.
Mhm, how not?
And they break that cycle. And they are the husband that, the woman desires, and they
mhm.
raise their family.
They don't want to be
leader.
like this person
Correct.
was. They
That's
want
right.
to, like you say, break that generational curse.
Right.
Those men that heal, what makes them attract the wrong one?
Because I think it's more the physical at the beginning. At the beginning, it's more that's what they're looking at.
it's something. I think it's something besides the physical that's there that attracts men to bad women. It's
After
not
they
just
talk
the
to 'em.
physical.
After they talk,
Men out there
after
that-
they go up to them and talk to them. Because at the beginning, it's the physical.
It's always the beginning. Of the physical,
Right. When they approach
But
you.
once the conversation comes, some women is very manipulative. I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
Absolutely.
We see that when we look in the stories in the Bible, how some women was so manipulative they was able to bring regimes down. So we definitely know the power of a woman manipulation. So no man is really exempt from that. You know what I'm saying? So I think every man at some point in his life have been manipulated by a woman. And what a lot of times is
Sometimes
women
it's
like
a-
y'all come along and get them men. And then they already got a guard, bro, that's not ever coming down.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
the thing about men. Once we are hurt, that's life. Y'all can move on. Because y'all want that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want that relationship. That's why I goes back to say that men are not gonna marry you unless he loves you. He's not gonna marry you.
At that
He'll
moment.
sleep with you all day long. He'll sleep with you, but he's not gonna marry you.
Some guys marry women because they know that they're good women, and they don't want anybody else to have them.
I don't think
I
he'll
had a
marry
man
you.
tell me that he married his wife because again, she was the one that was doing all the wifely duties at the time.
Reminds
She was
him of his
making him
mother.
dinner or making him lunch, bringing it to his job, like doing stuff the other women weren't doing.
And so, but he never loved. That's what he's telling you.
I didn't say he
He
never
probably loved
loved
what
her,
he
but
did
that's
for
not
her.
why he married her.
Why he
First.
married her because she was a
Because
wife.
she was there. She was
Probably how
there
she
at
made
the
him
time.
feel.
Yeah,
I like
How
to
she
talk to
made
him.
and she
feel.
was doing things.
Well, I think he was lying so he can get what he can get from you. He was lying.
I'm just saying.
I
But
just-
you don't think that, guys marry somebody because of how they make them feel, or maybe if nobody else made them feel like that? Or did, like she said, did the things for them that nobody else did
Because he feel he love you.
because of what you're doing?
Because he feel you love you.
But is he showing her love? Showing her love though, because
That's a
for
different.
me,
That's a
love,
different. That's a
love
different
is an
conversation.
action.
That's a different
It's an
conversation.
action.
Right. I never said that he's able to reciprocate it.
So he thinks he loves.
He
you.
thinks
He
It's,
feels
it's
he
the
love her.
feel.
Okay.
He
See,
feels
love.
he
Okay,
loves
now
her.
that
Okay,
makes
now
sense.
maybe.
That makes
See,
sense.
Now
You didn't say
maybe.
that.
Now
I
maybe.
need you to stand on business.
Now maybe.
Now,
Again,
now you said the
You trying
feel.
to
That
manipulate me.
reminds
Right.
you.
That love is a feeling, right?
no,
It's
love
after
is
action, but it's the feel
No,
first,
it's
right?
action.
But you feel it.
You trying to
You may
manipulate
have
us.
the feeling.
I ain't
You
gonna
may
try
have
to.
the
It's too
feeling.
many of y'all to do that.
Exactly. A women's edition.
Hey,
We go back
too
to
many
that.
of y'all to try to manipulate y'all
He
now.
just tried to
I'm just
gaslight
saying,
us.
men are not gonna marry a woman unless he loves her.
Feels
Or you can say that.
Make up your mind.
You can listen. You can say it's a feel, but it's still in his mind and his heart is love. It's love,
Not
right?
always.
Then when you get into it, you may realize
That it
this is
wasn't
not the one for me. And that's when y'all get the problem. That's
Oh,
when the
but-
stuff come in. But the initiation, the wedding ceremony, wherever y'all go to the courthouse, however y'all do it, he loving you. He feeling like it
He's
at least.
feeling it.
At least that.
He's feeling it.
Right. He's feeling that. It's no other reason unless he broke and you got money. You see what I'm saying? And he trying to latch on to that pocketbook.
But that feeling, like you're saying, the feeling of love, how does that continue on year after year after year?
Because if it was a false perception, it won't.
Right.
It won't. You see what I'm saying? But if
Right.
it was, it will. And he's gonna do everything he can to make sure y'all stay together. He's gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Men are not gonna go and file.
If he truly loves
If he
her.
truly
But
loves
if
you,
it
right?
was a feeling,
He's gonna move around. He's gonna move
And
around
if it's,
That's
a,
the
if
difference.
it's just a feeling,
because that feeling is gonna go
that
away.
is the
Yeah.
difference.
That's
Yeah.
what we were talking about the other show we did with Big Cap, the want and the need.
and wants and desire.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if
Yes.
that's why I feel like the need has to be there as well as the want.
Mhm.
The need for that woman will keep you loyal to her.
Mhm.
The want is more of an emotion. It goes up and down whenever you want something.
And
Once
that's
you
when the
get what
red
you
flags
want,
are going to come into
Mhm.
play
You
because
can
we
move
still gonna
around
see
different.
red flags.
but that need gonna
want-
keep you
the want is
loyal
gonna
and
cause
keep
the
you
red
there
flag.
when the want don't feel good because you're not always gonna feel like you love her.
Exactly.
Look at him
You're
getting
always
hot.
gonna feel like
Look at
you
him
wanna
sweating
be
over
with
there
her.
because he talking.
I ain't sweating. It's probably that lotion coming out, but ain't no sweat going on over here.
But yeah, if they truly love them, like you said, they're gonna keep doing things to let you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yep.
This,
Right.
this is I'm doing this to show you.
But the
It's not
initial
gonna be
part
as
of
many
the
red
marriage,
flags.
he
It's not gonna
loved
be
you
as
at
many
some.
red
He
flags.
felt like he loved you at some
The
point.
feeling.
He felt it. He didn't do it for no other reason but what he was feeling.
But he's
that
going
he
to
was
be
loved.
the feelings are going to cause a different action than the need
Correct.
because he's going to act this
I'm
different
not
way.
arguing that.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
that's
arguing
what, so the red flags are going to be there for the want. The red flags are not going to be as visible for the need because he's going to be there to show you.
Well, the thing about it is, if it was a false perception, there never was a need. It's not going to be a
Exactly.
need because
Right.
and
he's
there
not
are
going to
going
stay.
to be
Correct.
red
Right.
flags. We're going to
That's
see
what I'm
the
saying.
red
Right. That's what I'm
flags
saying.
for
If
the-
it was
for
a
that.
false perception of love and he thought it was love,
right, it's gonna
and
be
it
red.
wasn't there, it was never a need.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why he don't feel the extra effort
Mhm.
to put in it
That's
to
right.
make it work.
Absolutely.
So when,
That's
so
what the
like
red flag.
back to the statement, the original statement, when you said that a man marries a woman because he loves
Right.
her, it's the feeling of
He
that.
fit-
That's what I was.
Okay, you can put
That's
that
what
in
I
there.
was
And
trying
he
to
may-
say. The
and there will
feeling.
be red flags during that time.
What time?
during the feeling of love, because he's not trying to.
It's red flag. Just listen. Everybody got red flag. You got it too. Everybody. It's something about you
But
that
I
he
think
see
what
that
she's
he
saying
checking out.
Is there something that is off? It
Right.
wasn't true to begin with.
Maybe.
We're gonna
Right.
leave.
There
It's
was the
possible. Right.
intentions were not there to love you
Right.
like a husband should.
I don't
love
think
a
it was
wife.
He's gonna
deliberate.
keep you around. He's
See,
gonna
that's what
want
you're trying to
keep
say. It
you
was
around.
deliberately false pretense. That he
Right.
deliberately knew it. I don't think so.
But isn't that
I don't
lust?
think so.
That's
It could
lust.
be.
I think
Love,
that's
listen,
love.
lust
Definitely could
can
be lust.
confuse you
Yeah,
with love,
absolutely.
Mhm.
especially for men. When a man gets, it's something.
Oh, Lord.
Listen to y'all seen Harlem Night, right?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
When a girl say, "I got a woman, I ain't got to go no further."
Right.
But some of y'all got sunshine.
Okay.
And you see how that man did. Tell your mama,
Mhm. And I ain't
Ain't
never
come
coming back
back.
home.
never coming home. He done
Take it
gave up his
easy.
whole life
He think he in love.
for that
It's a
sunshine.
feeling of love.
Right. So
That is-
that's sometimes that can be
That was
that
pretty
the
good.
case.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was-
Yeah.
it was good.
But,
I'm just saying,
but
I'm just trying
that's it right there.
it
He
could
thought at that moment, okay, this is it.
Right. But he really felt at his end everything
Uh-huh.
that he loved you. And when he got you home and life kicked in, Bill, I might have a couple kids. Shit. Did I?
So you know what? While we're on, let me go into Sharita real quick. Sharita said men will trick you into thinking it's real, but it never was.
There's some men like that,
That's
but they
the
won't be
manipulation.
married. They will not trick you
They
into a
won't marry
marriage.
you.
No. They will trick you in the bed. They would trick you to get in the bed with you, yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
But they trick you.
But
to
a
marry
man
you
is
too.
not going to the extent to marry
Yes, it
you
will.
in a trick.
Yes, it will.
You might
Men
want to
will
like that.
marry for a place to stay these days because they don't got no.
That's what. But I said though, if it's something where he's broke
Right.
and you got the money, of
So this
course
is
he'll
what we're
lock you
talking
down.
about. So we're in our 40s and 50s
Right.
right now.
So if
we've
you-
been married.
So
we've
you
been
want to
in the
level
dating
up.
scene. We know this is the situation right now. We're not young.
Right.
So we know that men, we know that we're established. We have careers. We have our own things going
Right.
on. We know men will make us think or manipulate us into thinking they love us, just so they can move in our place.
But yeah, but
Just like
not
halfway
marry
to
you
me.
though.
Oh.
Listen. Okay.
Yes, they will.
This is what we're gonna separate these types.
Okay.
Okay, I agree with you. There are men that may marry because if this don't work, the next time I get married, she gonna have to have some money. It's not gonna be for no love shit. I done tried it, it don't work. You
Exactly.
see what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
there is a possibility that you will get a man that don't have nothing that will marry you because you have that financial stability. And he feel like if he marry you, he
gonna
gets to
get- he gonna
inherit
get
that.
too. Right.
I'm not talking about that guy.
Okay.
Because
What that
he-
summer.
He plotted.
Okay.
That's not no feeling like he loved you. That was an intent.
Okay.
He was intentional with what he was doing.
Okay.
But I'm talking about probably your case. You see what I'm saying? Or your case. I don't know about you. But your case. I'm just messing
I wanted
with
to
you.
hear the rest.
I'm just messing
Right. Like, what you mean?
That at some point, that man felt like he loved you. He loved you when he went to that altar with in your case. When he went to that altar with you, his feelings and everything about him was like, this is the one. Because when we see a wife, we put her on a pedestal. No matter her past, we don't give a shit. Her past is that. We feel like everything starts new with me.
Yeah.
No, that's
Depends on
every
who
man
man.
that take you to the altar. We chromosome that way. That's what we do have in common. You see,
Go
you
ahead. I think.
you trying to talk about the weak men that's looking for something that has other alternatives. That ain't the man I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay. I got you. So you
Because
talking about
those
a
men,
real
they do
man
have that, right?
right now.
We
Okay.
talking about a man that really want this marriage, that really want a family. He felt like he did.
So not all men. So we're gonna,
Right.
It sounds like
He-
you were saying
Oh,
all men.
Not
to
all.
me.
okay.
There's some, but given the situation,
Okay.
like we said, like you said about you got this and that, and he ain't got nothing. He need a place to stay.
Mhm.
I ain't talking about that guy. I can't even relate to a guy like that.
Okay.
So I'm talking about a guy that really pretty much want to bring you into his world because he already got everything set up.
Absolutely.
He's
That's different.
right.
That's different.
That's what I'm looking for.
But our problem is that's hard to
is
find
hard.
right now.
What I'm saying though, what I'm saying, I get it.
Yeah. Just being realistic.
But I'm just saying, but prior to that, we talking about
Okay.
y'all married, y'all men that y'all was married to.
Can I say
I feel
something?
like he loved y'all
Can I
at
say
one point. I don't know how
At
long
one
it lasted. Right.
So I don't want to get here and bash my ex-husband.
What's up,
because-
Shonda? Glad you joined us.
because there was a time where we were in love. Like he did spoil the hell out of me.
Mhm.
Anything that I wanted, I got.
Right.
We were close, best friends. It's just over time. I think a lot of guys have low self-esteem.
Right.
And-
They do.
And any attention that they get, it goes to their head. It makes them feel like. But there was a time when he was really good to me, right? It's just after a while I wasn't enough.
Hmm.
So I don't want to just say he was a terrible husband and all that stuff because he wasn't, but he became that.
I done missed a lot of comments from Sharita.
I've been
I'm
reading
sorry.
some of them.
I'm sorry, Sharita.
I've been reading some of them.
She said men will trick you into thinking it's real, but it never was.
Yeah,
And then she
I've
said
been-
marriage too, Jimmy.
I mean, period.
Say my ex put a ring on it because he was scared I was going to pick up another guy.
Exactly. And that's
know.
part of that. I'm gonna start on that. 'Cause that's part of one of my red flags.
More on that. One more. She said, I can't lie. He was a provider. I had to pay car payment and take care of my son. He paid the house bills. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? So, he wasn't a bad guy.
Not bad.
I mean, he might have
That's
made
not
I
bad.
mean, we all make bad choices, you know what I'm saying, at time, but the core value of a man is how he should be judged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, we all know we done did some wrong. Might not have got caught, but hey, it's still been done. You see what I'm saying? So you can't. You're looking at me side eye like that, but you ain't never did nothing. You just said you were too damn masculine.
Well,
You talking about sniffing out? That ain't the only thing you can do to hurt a man, though. Mm-mm.
my
Mm-mm.
bad.
I agree. But yeah, getting into what she was saying, one of
Yeah.
my red flags was a man talking about marriage, talking about moving in with you, or proposing to do something. That is a red flag.
Yes.
Because and at this age is what I'm talking about.
What's
not
too
in the
soon?
20s. Too soon? For me, I would say anything under a year, maybe it's too soon. Because I got to
I
get
don't
to
think
know
I
you.
don't agree with
I
that.
got to get to know you.
At
But
this age,
and then you know what?
anything under
It
6
does
months.
depend on how much time y'all are spending together.
Yeah.
Because if you're spending a lot of time together, it might not take.
I
that
just think
long.
you still not quite ready,
I'm not.
and it's
I
not
know
it's
I'm
not the
not
man,
emotionally
right?
available.
It's more you.
I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But I would say that because if we're having if we meet and we spending time together and we having a good time or whatever, and the relationship
I'm out.
look,
You
had a
had thought.
flashback. She had a
Good. Somebody came to her head, but good God Almighty, he
look,
put it down.
we're having a
All right.
good time, right? And we're not really talking about relationships right away, right?
Right.
We're not really getting into that. Like, I ain't trying to worry about what your favorite color is. But then all of a sudden, you telling your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your granddaddy, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your sisters, your friends, that I'm going to be the one you want to marry.
Right.
You gave him that Thundercat.
Look,
That's why she did like that.
I'm just saying, like, we weren't talking about that. So why are you telling everybody this information? So now my whole thought process changed. Okay, so you talking about marriage now? Okay. Let's see what that's gonna look like. So now I gotta pay attention to everything you're doing. Now at first I might not have been paying attention to everything because
See, that's where you went wrong.
Where I went wrong. Having a good time?
No, now you got to pay attention.
I do gotta pay
You
attention.
should always pay attention from jump.
Oh yeah, I know. But if I
You-
wasn't
you
talking
should-
about, if we weren't,
This is
talking
what I
about
tell my daughter:
relationship,
do not
I don't care.
entertain men that you don't see a future with.
It depends
Period.
On, it depends on where you are
Period.
and what you're doing.
No,
Every woman
period.
is not like that.
Because when Cupid shoot that arrow,
well, yeah, you can't
baby
control
girl,
it.
it's
You
over
can't
with.
control it. You're right.
So that's why I
You
say,
can't control
I
it.
tell her that, I tell them all the time, do not entertain men that you can't foresee a future with. Don't be just hanging out with guys. Don't be doing that, because you will fall in love with a guy that ain't never was meant to be for you. That don't have no kind of
absolutely can happen.
skills to be able to lead, and then you get with him and expect him to lead.
That may be why I'm in.
So
the
who
position
fault
I
is
am.
it? So
Look,
right.
look,
So who fault is it? It ain't
Look.
his.
I didn't say it was anybody's
But I'm just
fault.
saying, that's the thing.
I
That's
get
where
what
you
you're
went
saying.
wrong.
I get what
You
you're
don't
not, I don't feel like
You
I
don't
went wrong
wait
at
till
all.
you don't wait till it go to the next level to start paying attention. You pay attention
Mm-mm.
from the initiation.
So when you were saying you think less than a year, so if he did mention to some of his family that he thought you were the one, you wouldn't like that?
She got trauma. Okay?
So,
I mean, really,
It depends.
if
It
that,
depends.
It
if
was
they
a
said that to
compliment.
me, I'm like, okay, wow,
That's a compliment.
Yeah,
hey,
no,
That's a
he's
compliment.
talking to me.
And it goes back to what I was
That's
saying.
all.
When a guy want to marry you, he has put you on a pedestal
It's too soon
above
for
the
me.
rest.
If
Right.
we hadn't
You
been
feel it.
talking,
You
if we
feel it
hadn't
like
been
it. Yeah.
talking about that,
Go back to
why
that
are you
feeling.
talking
You
about
feel
that
it
to
like-
everybody else and you're not talking about it to me? You know what I mean? Like you talking about it to everybody else but me though. And now since I hear you talking about it to other people, oh, that's what you want to do,
Right.
really? Oh, okay, so
You
now,
you are always going to be one of the last persons to know when a guy want to marry you. Okay, that's
are
yes,
you?
yes, yes, yes.
I don't know.
You're not gonna-
was
I
the
don't know
last
about
to
that.
know for real. I had.
You was the
He
last.
had gone to my
Right,
parents and
right.
everything.
You're
I
gonna
didn't
be the
know.
last to know. You're gonna be the last to know. Exactly. That's normal.
So we're not talking about it. We're not talking about getting married or going that far in
You-
a relationship and the
Do you
long
have
before he
trauma?
I
Trauma.
we
Trauma.
always healing ourselves. I told you mistakes can happen.
Okay.
That's we ain't perfect.
But yeah, but
Mistakes
if
can
we're fresh into it and that's all he's talking about, yeah,
Yeah,
I would
it's
be
too
concerned.
like
She said you right,
so y'all
Jimmy.
wouldn't
Some
think a
people
month
be
and a half
tripping.
early?
I got Sharita on my
half
side,
early.
baby. I got Sharita on my
Oh my
side.
God, Dorita.
I
No.
got- Well, you know, we coming up on that time.
Oh,
and,
we are on time already?
I know it's been great.
And
And so y'all
Wow.
y'all want to do a part 3?
I mean, we can.
We could do a part 3.
I mean, we can push on it a little bit more.
Okay.
That's right. We have another women's edition.
Okay. Wait, you know.
Because you were talking too much in this one. We just need to really get a
Hey, I just, you know, I had to say something. now.
Yeah,
Come on
well,
now. You were
okay.
going too far. You was
talking
they was this and they this and that, and the men and this and the men ain't nothing. And the men. I'm like, whoa, wait a
That
minute
is
now.
not what we were saying.
You were tearing us up in the beginning now.
No, that,
Hey, you know I'm gonna say something now. But
but I mean, yeah, we can do a 3. I'm open to that.
well, y'all gonna do a 3?
Why not?
Okay. Well, you know, is there anything anybody want to say before we close?
Talk about that. Oh,
Brid-
oh,
Miss
yeah.
Bridget,
We're
you
gonna
got
do that.
anything you want to say?
Hey, don't ignore the red flag. If you have that feeling, you know, you're feeling it for a reason. So don't ignore the red flag.
And I would say fix the red flags in yourself.
Mm.
first,
Mhm.
and then it'll be easier for you to see the red flags in.
That way you hit that gun right there. Doo, 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 doo.
You
Amen to
ready to
that.
push that little bit.
Amen.
Ready to push that little bit.
That's what's up.
And yeah, same thing for me. Just really paying attention to the red flags and not just looking over them. We have to pay. And we have to pay.
Right. And I would say, you know, that's what that's what this show is about, in the mirror. And that's about checking yourself first. Everything starts in the mirror with anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say for anybody. Just check yourself first, get yourself right. Then, like Tanya said, you would know what are red flags and things you want to deal with and you can't deal with, and you will move away from them. You wouldn't even try to fix them. You know. So in conclusion, that was our conclusion. Ladies, we're glad to have y'all. We hope y'all come back for real to do the
Thank
3.
everybody
If
for
we do a
tuning
3,
in.
you know what I'm saying? That'll be great. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's been great.
Absolutely. Thank everybody for tuning in to In the Mirror today, this Sunday, this rainy Sunday, and we'll see y'all next time.